Devin, maybe just talk about your thoughts after coming out of the trade deadline, knowing that you're going to have kind of a full-time spot on the roster, and then how your game has kind of grown over this last little bit on the fourth line.
Yeah, it's kind of the only constant in pro hockey is that there's unpredictability, right? So as you get older, you realize that, and a lot of it is out of your control. So when the chips fell where they may, and you kind of realize the situation, might be a little more permanent for now. At least it's nice, and it helps you just take it day by day. It's something that we're all trying to work on regardless, but when you go through all that, it makes it even easier to just kind of put one foot in front of the other and only focus on whatever that day brings. So it simplifies things in a way.
Did you have a bag fully packed, like you were going to be going down for the rest of the year? Did you ever have a bag fully packed?
Yeah.
It seemed like you were down and back and down and back.
Yeah.
How many of those times did you actually leave the city?
Every time, except for that one time at the beginning of the season.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So you actually had to get to the airport.
Yeah. Well, the most recent time I didn't end up playing any games, but the plan was to play games. I just happened to. Guys went down up here, and I had to come back to Colorado before I was able to play a game. But yeah, the plan was to go down and play, and that's what I was saying earlier. Like it's so unpredictable. You just got to be ready at all times.
So when you see the other guy wearing 14 on the ice and you're wearing 19, does you ever think, oh, that's my number?
No, not at all. It's just a number. Not at all, to be honest.
Why 19? I don't even. Is that just available?
Yeah, I think it's just a nice forwards number. Mikko had it for a while and as a goalie, so I figured it would be nice for a forward to wear it again. I don't know. I just, Kenny called me and said, do you mind changing? I said, no, I don't mind, and I ended up picking 19.
So you're having some fun with your teammates, practicing some celebrations. Were you dipping into your Patrick Kane bag? It looked like you were doing a lot of Patrick Kane celebrations.
No, we were just goofing around on the ice, kind of just going through actually our guys as well. And I'll let you dissect which ones you think I was doing. We were just goofing around.
Do you sense that this team sort of down the stretch here is sort of coming together and finding its form?
Yeah, we're playing good hockey right now, and you can see the playoffs on the horizon, but there's 13 games left. That's a lot of hockey. Like you got to make sure you're dialed in every single day. You don't want to look too far ahead, but I think we're doing a pretty good job right now of playing the right way, playing well, getting contributions offensively and defensively from everyone. So right now it's going good.
I was going to say that secondary scoring is kind of coming all at once. Like Ryan, yourself, Fogle. Like, is there some reason that everybody started clicking at the same time?
I think when you start seeing pucks go in, it obviously helps your confidence and your shoulders drop a bit, and you're not squeezing the stick. But if you're not a point a game guy in this league, you look around the whole league, it's hot and cold. We're all pros. For the most part, we're doing the same things every night. I think we're creating some chances every night, but when they don't go in, no one talks about it, right? We might look at it on video and be like, those are good chances, but no one sees the ones that don't go in. And then when they do go in, they're like, oh yeah, the bottom six is doing great. But right now it's going good, and I think when like I just said, like when the puck goes in, it helps with the confidence, so maybe it's a bit of a snowball effect. But I think the bottom six has played well all year, to be quite honest.
Yeah, that's what McTavish always used to talk about, the life cycle of 15 goals. Or sometimes you look
exactly.
at
it really is, and I wish I could explain it to you, but it really is hot and cold. You just hope the hot streaks last longer than the cold ones.
Is there any scoreboard watching going on at this time of year, especially with the division so close, and then you have Seattle, a team that's just separated by a single point right now?
Yeah, I think there is. We're all looking at seeing what other teams are doing, but that never overtakes what we're focused on doing in here. That stuff is out of our control. It's good to peek and just kind of see what's going on, kind of like a golf leaderboard. You want to kind of see what everyone else is doing, but the real focus is right here and what we have to do.
Devin, how much has this process this season allowed you right now to be more present and enjoy and be more grateful for the opportunity that you have every day in this league?
Yeah, no, it's huge. Exactly that. It's something that I try to work on all the time, being present and practicing gratitude and whatnot. Sometimes they're just words. Sometimes it's easier than said than done. But yeah, it's definitely been an interesting year. It's been an adventure, but it has been a lot of fun. If you look at it the right way, it's been a crazy experience, and yeah, I agree. It helps you just kind of stay present, stay in the moment, and just enjoy each day as it comes.
What's the biggest thing you've learned about yourself in this journey?
I don't know, like maybe like resiliency, right? Like that's important. Like like we all have it in us. I bet you if any guy in this room went through what I went through, they'd treat it pretty much the same way, right? It just kind of it's the nature of the beast, what's the alternative? You just kind of got to go through it, and if you can, find a way to enjoy each day. So.
Do you subscribe to the theory that the role players just can't go out and hold serve against, so you don't get scored on? You actually have to go out and create some energy, and so the next shift comes on, and you just can't go out there and say, well, we didn't get scored on.
I think even if you're a role player, everyone's really unique in their own game. Like, if I'm a role player and he's a role player, it doesn't mean we're all like guys buzzing around trying to hit everything. Some guys are role players who can score, some guys are role players who kill penalties, or some guys are role players who don't get scored on. Like, it doesn't change the fact that you still are an individual player, and if you just have to do what got you here. We're all here for a reason. You just have to keep doing what got you here. People label you as a role player, but you're here for a reason, and just do your best to keep doing that. And I think that part of that is hockey sense too. If you got 2-goal lead in the third period, you're maybe trying to kill the clock a little more and just stay above and whatnot. But in the first and second period, I mean, your habits should always be there as far as being defensive minded and playing the right way. But it doesn't mean you have to play too safe out there, because then you start thinking too much and you start playing slower and more hesitant.